I'm currently on my 4th week of the Relaunch Your Career programme. Like, I'm from a software development background and I took a career break back in 2002 and really enjoyed being at home with my children. But then I sort of felt like I really wanted to go back into IT and have a career again, sort of have an identity outside of the home. And I heard about the Women Reboot programme, which is sponsored by Software SkillNet. And through that then I was introduced to Mastercard, because Mastercard partnered with Women Reboot. And in that we were given training, our skills were refreshed, and we also had mentoring and coaching program.
What would your advice be to people who are feeling a bit scared and intimidated by the prospect?
I would say your skills are still very relevant, and when you're working in IT, it's lifelong learning anyway, so everyone is in the same boat basically. Even if you step off a project for 6 months, you're going to be learning, because technology is changing all the time. So I'd say don't be put off by that.
If you were kind of trying to give a message to companies that are thinking of setting up a program of their own, what has been most of value to you in the program that you're currently part of in supporting you returning to work?
I think it's the holistic approach of sort of learning the new technologies, refreshing your IT skills. Like, we had an online learning platform for that, but also the mentoring and coaching aspect of, you know, just learning about your own skills, what you're going to bring to the company, and your resilience as well, like that you can, you know, because it is a big life change going, you know, back into full-time work again. So I definitely think the mentoring and coaching aspect is very important also.
I started working at Mastercard in January 2017. My history is kind of I've had a payments background, working in marketing, partnerships, business development kind of roles. I've also worked for a hotel company in the past. So my role at the moment at Mastercard is to manage relationships with what we call our merchants, and in particular our travel merchants. So I'm looking after hotels, Hilton, Starwood, Marriott, those kind of global brands, and working with them to build their businesses and help them achieve their goals and targets through Mastercard's products, services and solutions, essentially.
And you've ended up at this role following a 3-month returnship program at Mastercard. What was your decision to go back to work? What fueled that? And how was the experience for you?
So absolutely, I'd had a career break of about 2.5 years. The first year, my husband and I went to go and live in Spain. We'd had enough of kind of living in London. We'd had enough of kind of the rat race. We both thought it would be great to just have a bit of time out, essentially, from work, go and have a different life experience. I then had a second daughter, so I decided once she was 1 that it was time for me to go back. She was also very ready by 1 to go and have a different experience, be in a nursery, rather than just being at home with me. And also I wanted to pick up my career, have something that was personal sort of for me, not just being a mum, earn a bit of money as well, and get back into a bit of a community.
And how did the program that was set up for you, how did that help you along the way of returning to work?
We were given very much the opportunity to network while we were there for 3 months, understanding about, I suppose, Mastercard as a company, what they do, and whether it was relevant for us, whether we felt comfortable, whether it was the right company for us to want to stay and have a career with. And then at the end of the 3 months, opportunity to find a permanent role, which I managed to do, and yeah, here I am.
And do you think it's actually common enough for people to be aware that these programs exist out there, or did you find it a challenge to discover it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I certainly wasn't aware of it when I started looking to get a new job. It was only through really a headhunter that said to me, "Have you heard about returnship programs?" And you know, I had no idea about them. And she taught me through, and she said basically I think it had come from the States. Quite a lot of companies in America were doing them. It had only more recently come over to the UK, and it seemed to be picked up mainly by the banking kind of industry, but more and more companies are, I think, identifying it as an opportunity to bring in talent, you know, for people that have had a career break.
And now, having been through this process of taking an extended career break and returning to work and that being a success at it all over again, is it something that you'd consider doing again or recommend to someone?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% I would recommend if someone wants to take a career break, do it, whatever reason that might be. It's not as hard as people might perceive to get a job after that career break. And especially I think with the likes of these companies that are doing these returnship programs, it seems to be a bit more people awareness of it. Definitely take that career break and enjoy it.